Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And I'm checking first to see if I got a notification. Then secondly, I'm checking to make sure y'all got a notification. Thirdly, I'm checking to see if the sound is working. And you guys can help me out with that one. Check one, check one. If you're there, if you're logging into the show, please let me know if the sound is working and I'm not going in and out. So, breaker 19, check one, check one. All right, I still haven't gotten a notification over here. Think it might be my title since I'm clowning on Mad Max, y'all. All right, there we go. There we go. Took a second. Took YouTube a second. There we go. Yeah. So, as you can see in the title, I'm talking about Mad Max. People saying, hey, Kev, sounds good. Good. All right. That's all I needed to see. Sounds good. Then it must be good. Let me do a couple things right here. Yeah. So welcome back to the show, everyone. Kev from Kevin's Corner. You know the routine, who I am, unless you're new to the channel. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other platforms, because y'all know the deal. All right. And we'll go ahead and get loose since y'all can hear me. Because we got some stuff to talk about tonight. Yeah. Like real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Somebody said they predicting that they might need a bucket. You're right about that. 2 reasons. You're going to need a bucket for all of the vomit after we look at some of these Democrats and their behavior. And then secondly, probably going to need a bucket for some liberal tears as well. Yeah, man. So we just bring 2 buckets just in case. Just in case. So now, don't forget, I also have a corner store that you can check out at your leisure. And that phone number right there, 330-974-4607, is the number that you text MAGA to, just in case they try to unexist me here. I can stay connected with y'all. Okay. Somebody said Mad Max is going to prison. Of course, you know what? When a lady somehow of her caliber of intelligence and evil becomes rich, you got to question why. You got to wonder why she's going so hard on trying to save USAID. What's your name? Look at his face. Show his face right here. All of that. I'm going, I don't know, Mad Max. You're going hard in the paint. For what? You know, anytime you go that hard over something, I'm questioning, what are you trying to hide? What are you doing? So anyway, we'll get to Mad Max in a few minutes. However, a homeless man, or should I say a unemployed man, was spotted in the railroad. Down there in the subways and stuff in New York, y'all. He was harassing people. We better go ahead and take a look and see what's going on, because they might have to send the police down there to get this unemployed man right here that's harassing people. Might have to send the police down there to arrest him. Let's check out who he is and what he's doing. Oh yeah. Oh, a few cases of TBS. What are you doing? Look at this. Look at this homeless man down there. Look at this crazy guy down there inside of the subway, harassing people. What are you doing? People's trying to ride the train. Why are you sticking stuff up there? Nobody knows who this guy is. I heard he's some washed up actor or something like that, some actress. Who knows what he's doing? But he's harassing the people and he thinks it's funny. Look at that. There he is again. There he is again. Somebody call the police. Somebody call the authorities. Boy, has Don Lemon fallen from grace. This is what he's reduced to now. Hanging out in the subway, knocking on windows and chasing people. And snickering and stuff. So Don Lemon somehow made my list tonight, but not because he looks like a crazy homeless man in the subway harassing people. It's because this man went in on one of the most craziest TDS statements I've ever heard, and I can't let it go. I just can't sit back and say, I'm going to let that one slide. So I'm just laying the groundwork to show you how unhinged this guy is. Look at him. Nobody wants to see that. I would be in that subway like, who is that guy? I don't know who he is. Who is he? Yeah, that's how you getting your subs now, Don Lemon, chasing people down in the subways, showing your picture to them, and then snickering like it's funny, like it's funny. Oh, there he is. That's the real Don Lemon. Wait a minute. Who is this white man behind Don Lemon? That's what I want to know. Why is Don Lemon, who said, you know what, the biggest threat to this land is the white supremacists. Almost every white man suffers from it. You know, white supremacy. But who's that white man behind him? I don't understand. I would think that since Don Lemon is so race sensitive, you know, he's race sensitive, I would think he would have an African wedding and you will see the big head dresses and they be all of that behind him. Drums, all of that. Barefoot, faces painted, disc in the lips and the ears. I would think that's the type of wedding Don Lemon would have, even if it was with a man. I would think he would go find the darkest black man ever to ensure that he's not infected with that white supremacy. But no, not Don. Don must have located the only white man in America that's not struggling with white supremacy and racism. Isn't that odd? How did he luck up and find the only non-racist man in America? White man, that is. White man. Okay. So, yeah, there he is with his white husband. Look at that.
It's the same thing
but here he is now. And what is Don Lemon about to do? Race baiting. So he goes on Bill Maher, and this is the statement he makes about black MAGA supporters.
I see not all black Republicans, but I see a black MAGA person who is carrying Donald Trump's water, and they know that he's lying. It is the shortest line to the front.
What the heck is he talking about? First of all, a black MAGA supporter who knows he's lying. What are you talking about? Knows he's lying. First of all, when you start talking about naming folks as MAGA, you're not dealing with your average kind of casual political observationist. Now, you're not doing it. You're talking about people who have been following Trump, following the MAGA movement, following politics for long enough to know what they're talking about and know what's going on with Donald Trump or not. They also are very keenly aware of the propaganda and the fake news. See, we don't fall for that mess. When you start saying, look, I'm a MAGA Republican, it's a little different than just saying I'm a conservative or I'm a Republican. We all know what that means. It's like a secret message between us. MAGA. Yeah, we know. We all know. So Don Lemon now is trying to say that if you're a black person and you're a so-called MAGA Republican and you're toting the water for Donald Trump, in other words, you're brainwashed. Only way you could become a MAGA Republican as a black person, you got to be drinking the Kool-Aid. You got to be. Now, I can apply that to this sold out dude right here who is about to check MAGA black Republicans' black card. And I'm going, you don't even have a black card anymore, Don. You gave it all the way up. You sold out all the black people with your race baiting and working for those white networks that had you coming out here going after black folks and then had the nerve to go find yourself a white husband, pure 100% translucent white. But now here he is on here talking about the black MAGA folks. Well, what about us?
Because if you're black and you're whatever, you're just in line with a bunch of other Democrats that are doing the same thing that you're doing. But if you become a black MAGA person, it's like, whoa, let's book this person, let's put him on television.
You know why? Because we stand out. Because we are knowledgeable about what's going on. We can speak intelligently to what's going on, and we can identify sorry behind fake folks like yourself, Don Lemon. See, liberal black folks, unfortunately, liberal black folks are dime a dozen. They're dime a dozen. Now, black MAGA folks are growing, but what comes with that growth is a very clear awareness of what's going on. We bring a lot of knowledge to the argument and to the discussion for the simple fact you can't declare yourself a black MAGA supporter knowing that you're going to catch some heat You're gonna catch it. You can't be out there talking about, I don't know why I really voted for Donald Trump. I thought he was just cool, and the dance and stuff that he be doing. Yeah, I like that. So I just those are liberal types of responses of why you voted for somebody. You get yourself right in the face of a black MAGA supporter, they're gonna give you the business, Solomon. That's why he don't go searching for them on his little podcast. See, he don't go searching for them. I'm waiting. Somebody send us Don Lemon. I'm challenging Don Lemon to bring me on his podcast, I guess, because he's not on CNN anymore. They dumped him. Those precious, wonderful white liberals who own that network dumped you. That's what happened. So Don Lemon now is on the Bill Maher show, and he's basically trying to call out black MAGA supporters and accuse them of being either dumb, ignorant, sellouts. He's going through the usual. And I'm asking myself, Don, why are you doing this? You know what? First of all, moderate to conservative platforms, they blow up. They have more viewers, more people engaged. I was just listening to Matt, I always forget his name when I'm talking about him. Matt, with the beard, Matt Walsh. Yeah, I was just listening to Matt Walsh a little bit ago, and he was talking about why the podcast business and like conservative shows on YouTube and things like that, they blowing the left out because his theory is it appeals to the intellect. And with the left, they got all the other stuff like entertainment, music, things like that, but it appeals to more emotions. It's not that folks on the right can't have emotions and enjoy movies and enjoy, songs. I mean, nobody loves a good love song like me. I like to think about all the fun we had. Oh, yeah. Up on a cloud, never thought we would fall back to the world. Yeah, man, I love a good ballad, but I'm not going to allow that mess to compromise my common sense. Yeah, so we bring a different type of reasoning to the arguments to our podcast, and people who are intellectual like to engage. That's why we're not ignorant. That's why when we go out and we have discussions with liberals, they get frustrated. They get mad and just go ahead and start calling you a bunch of names and wishing evil on you. That's what they do. So Don Lemon don't really want to go head to head with a conservative. If he do, tell him I'm available anytime. I'll stop what I'm doing because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that he's used to. I don't care what I'm doing. I could be in heart surgery working. Beep, scalpel. Beep. Don Lemon just called. He wants to do an interview right now. Right now? Nurse, come here for a minute. Would you put your finger right there on that vein? Hold it right there. I'll be right back. Dang on it. Go out there and let that dude have it because he got the nerve to get out there saying stuff like this.
So you don't think you can be a sincere black MAGA person?
I just said, I don't think that.
Change it up.
I just said, I think there can be sincere Republicans.
Yeah. So now notice he's doing the same tactic that a lot of the news was doing. And of course, the raggedy Democrats was doing when Trump was running against Kamala Harris. They tried to make a distinction between MAGA supporters and regular Republicans. See, they want to keep the Republican Party, the old school Republican Party, neocons and, the pro-war and low taxes. That's pretty much all they stood for, the pro-war and lower taxes and stuff like that. Yeah, they like those. Yeah, somebody said Mitch. They like those kind. See, but when you're a MAGA Republican, that's a whole different mind frame. When folks start talking about MAGA, I'm saying this person is an American first supporter. That's what they are. They're not going to jump on board with the old school stuff that we used to fall for as conservatives just because we believe in patriotism and things like that. Therefore, we got to go to war. And every time we do it, you got to be on board. We're not falling for a lot of the garbage that we fell for in the past. This is a whole different type of party, even though it's still conservative. And so what he's trying to do now is thread the needle. He's trying to sit back and say, no, I ain't talking about all black conservatives. Basically, he want to shame MAGA supporting black conservatives back into the old neocon type mind frame. That's what he want to do. He wants to go ahead and say, no, I never said it as a blanket statement to cover all black people. It's just certain black people. There's certain black people that would be more committed to the MAGA movement. That's the type of black folks he want to unwind. Yeah, he wants to unravel them, and he wants to demonize and label them, put them in the category as a sellout. And Bill Maher, surprisingly, is like, I don't know about this so-called black man, Don Lemon.
But you can't be a sincere black Republican.
I don't
See,
think that you can. I don't think that you can be a rational MAGA, be black and be a rational MAGA person. I think you can be black and be a Republican.
I think
Now, you know I want a piece of this dude so bad. Boy, I tell you, right now they should roll me in with the face mask in the wheelchair all shackled down. Like, okay, we're going to unleash him on Don Lemon. Let's be careful because he's an angry little bugger. Snap! Let me jump up and run straight out there down this guy. Straight down his nose, man. Just whoop. Yeah, there you go. You see me inside of him punching my way out. That's what would happen. Yeah, is he still in Don Lemon punching his way out? That's what I would do from the inside out. This guy got the nerve to question, I guess, our intelligence. Now, that's ironic because as I, check out the internet and I run into so many black conservative podcasters and folks that got their own internet show, they're all super knowledgeable and intelligent. All of them. Nobody's drinking the Kool-Aid, none of that stuff. I would throw any of them on the podcast with Don Lemon. But this guy is basically saying we're stupid. We cannot be MAGA supporters and be intelligent. But it's the exact reverse. We're extremely intelligent. But this fool got the nerve to say that, and it is so offensive, but Don Lemon don't care because he's still in propaganda mode for some reason. If he was smart, he would come over to either a moderate viewpoint or conservative because that's where all of the folks are growing. That's where the audience is going. See, and the left don't know how to catch up because they're stupid. They send people like Don Lemon out there. He doesn't appeal to the intellect. So here he is out there trying to make it seem like, the only reason black conservatives are platformed is because they're sellouts and they use us as tokens and all of this mess like that. Yeah, I don't see a lot of black conservatives going on some of your major networks. I've never been asked to go on any of those networks. I built my audience from the ground up. No assistance, I want you to make a cameo appearance on this. So this right here is built from the ground up. And I would even go so far as to think, if it was as easy as Don Lemon is saying, that as a black conservative or a black MAGA supporter, they just swoop us up. I was there to say, well, I think if I would have went liberal, if I would have been the angry, race-baiting black dude, I wouldn't be dealing with the type of censorship I'm dealing with dang on YouTube and the suppression of my channel. I wouldn't be dealing with that. I guarantee you MSNBC would be blowing me up. CNN would be blowing me up. It would be easier to actually be a liberal black commentator than a conservative black commentator. But here this fool is out there talking crazy like that. Stupid old Don Lemon.
they would find that very insulting.
Well, I mean, the truth is often insulting.
Yeah, and that's the irony of it. So Bill is intelligent enough to say, yeah, I think they would find that very insulting. Well, the truth is often insulting. Don Lemon wouldn't know the truth if it bit him on the butt. So here this guy is out there where the truth is often insulting. Come on, Don. I'm still waiting on you, man. Give me a call since we on the same level now. You got your little YouTube channel. Don't forget TikTok where they put the turkeys on your head. Give me a call. We'll find out where the truth lies. We'll get to the bottom of the truth. I'm calling you out, Lemon. I'm calling you out. Can't believe this, dude. The truth is often insulting. So far from the truth. It's amazing to me. Bill Maher, though, ain't going to lay into him like I would.
Let me ask you your opinion on this. Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary show. They did one thing. They did a sketch where Tom Hanks puts on a MAGA hat. So he's a Trumper. And then Keenan comes over to shake his hand, and he won't shake his hand.
Oh, well, thank you. Hey, now speaking of church, can I say something? If more folks went to church, we wouldn't be in this mess we're in now.
Well, I agree with you, Doug. I'd like to shake your hand, sir. Here we go.
No,
Oh, no.
like that.
Oh, no, it's just a handshake. Yeah, it's just a handshake. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
And I said this on Fareed's show the other day. I felt like I'm so old. I didn't vote for him. I get all the bad things about that administration. But if you think they don't shake black people's hands, it's just you're wrong.
Now listen to this fool. Now, he's going to actually throw out this statement that is so far-fetched, it's unbelievable. If you haven't seen this clip, I mean, this is the moment that I want to reach through and grab him right around that skinny little neck. Yeah, the whole neck in my fist was tight right there. No air whatsoever, just shake his head like a bobblehead. Yeah, so it is tired. It's lame. We're so sick of everybody's a racist. That's the only reason why. Yeah, I'm so sick of it. I mean, they probably wouldn't shake their hands. I mean, do you understand the camaraderie, the love that was given when I went to multiple MAGA rallies? I mean, just nothing but a love fest. Not one person, turned their nose up at me, looked at me like, what in the heck is this boy doing here? Nothing. It was wonderful. But watch Don Lemon try to give some type of validity to this statement right here.
That's not who they are. Matt Gaetz shakes black
some do. Like who?
people's hands. Kid Rock will shake your hand. It's just not helpful to think that half the country that's where they are. That's your
still. You're a comedian. It's part of its comedy.
I understand.
But let's be honest. There's a huge faction of the MAGA movement that's really fucking racist.
Can you believe this, dude? That's really racist. Now remember, when it comes down to the left, everything's racist. See, that's how they win their arguments, or at least try to win their arguments. It's let me assign racism to every single crazy ideal and policy that we believe in. And he's saying, huge. So we ain't made no progress, y'all. Right now, man, snap. Here I am thinking we making progress, but let me go back. Soon I will be done. The troubles of the world wade in the water. We got to go back to the old Negro spirituals. Yeah. Rocking my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Well, I'm singing Mary. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Tell Martha not to moan. We got to go back to that? We ain't made no progress? You kidding me, Don Lemon? So wait a minute. Over half of the country voted for, let me think, Donald Trump. So let me understand. I guess all of these blacks, Latinos, Jews, Arabs, and all these other different minority groups just set all of that white supremacy and racism aside and said we're going to side with the majority of white nationalists and racists. That's what we're going to do. This is fascinating. This guy probably could not find any minority that ever has been to a Trump rally or anything that felt like they were around racists. No, nobody. I mean, if it was that bad, you would have video footage all over the place during every rally with half of the people in there not able to contain their anger and their disdain towards minorities. You would just pan across the crowd and see a whole bunch of them looking over the point like, what the heck they're doing here? I can't believe we're letting them in our... But it ain't happening. But Don Lemon says a large portion of, MAGA supporters are racist.
I wouldn't say huge, no. I would say
huge.
Yeah.
I would say huge. Man, there's cats like this, man. Dudes like this. That's why he lost his show, and I'm glad. Absolutely glad. He don't deserve it. That's why he's reduced to chasing people on the choo-choo train in New York. That's why he's sitting there in TikTok videos with turkeys being put on his head. Because this guy is selling out for nothing. There it is. I'm going to you don't even work for CNN no more. You ain't got to be a propagandist right now. You ain't got to do that. You're free. But see, that's the real slave mentality right there. When you hang on to supporting Democrats like this dude, that's the real sellout. He's the real one with the slave mentality. They cut him loose, kicked him off the plantation, and he's still out there with a slave mentality, serving his massa. Yeah, the liberal agenda, the globalist agenda, all of these liberals do. He loved their, approval. He messed up a $7 million deal with Elon Musk just so he can appeal to his liberal friends on that plantation there, and they still didn't love him. still didn't give him his job back. And now he done lost the money from Elon and he's out here prostituting himself on the train tracks. Dang on it. Let's continue. I hate to do this to Don Lemon, but he made me mad with the stupidity.
Yeah, okay. Well, we have different perspectives.
I would say huge. But and even if they're not, you have to overlook a lot of that in order to support Donald Trump.
See, and once again, this is liberal talking points. But see, I got a gut feeling Don Lemon is a believer. Once again, like I said, his mind is still stuck, with the Liberal Party and the Democrats. This guy right here would lead a whole bunch of black people right off to the gallows. That's what he would do. With this kind of speaking, making everybody look around for racism that's not there. Making us go ahead and side with a party who does not support our well-being, our future, or that benefits us in any kind of way. Democrat Party has desecrated black communities all over the place, and this guy right now is out here trying to make it seem like it's us that have the problem. Black conservatives, MAGA conservatives, in fact, we got to overlook all of that racism we are not able to see for some reason just to support Donald Trump. Now, isn't that odd? I think I'm a pretty intelligent guy. I think I have pretty good discernment. I can read all kind of context clues and body language and social cues and things like that. I think I would have sniffed out a little bit of that racism in Donald Trump if he was a real racist. But isn't it odd that my logic tells me that there's more evidence to show that he's not a racist than these lies that come out of this fool saying he is a racist? But Don Lemon, once again, he's still a slave to the Democrat Party. He's still on that plantation, whether he know it or not. Dang on, these eyes ain't going nowhere. I just don't care if y'all fire me from my job. I just don't care if I'm looking like a stupid dummy on the TikTok with the turkeys on the head, chasing folks around in the subway. I just don't care. I still get out there and spew all of this lies.
Which I think is maybe even more egregious than just saying I'm a racist.
You hear that? But he ain't the only one, y'all. One of my favorite comedians done went off the rails. Him and Don Lemon done touched the third rail. Look at this fool. I mean, now a comedian like this in the past would have been the support that he would have from conservatives would have been off the chain. Like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, he's like, I'm going to say whatever I want to say. And every time they try to cancel him, everybody just like, man, I'm going to support him even more. He's uncancelable. Okay, that is a word. Yeah, this guy right here used to be edgy. Used to, try not to hitch his wagon one way or another. But for some reason, he done caught a bad case of Elon, derangement syndrome for some reason. And now he's out there saying stupid stuff like this. I think it all happened during that UFC event. He done got himself a hold of some blackness, man. He got him a sapphire, a sassy sapphire. And I bet you when Donald Trump came in and she gave him the finger and all of that stuff, she probably looked over, you better put your fingers up. You better put your finger. What? I mean, not those. The other ones, the middle ones. So now he done went ahead and, I don't know, got infected somehow, and he's out there saying stupid stuff like this.
That idiot Elon Musk.
Oh.
That guy, like he's gonna who evidently is a Nazi.
I am Adolf Hitler, commander of the Third Reich, little known fact, also dope on the mic.
There it is. Do you understand how bad your EDS gotta be to be labeling this guy Hitler still? It's unreal still to be labeling this guy Hitler, man. I'm going, you got to be kidding me. So now you're not even funny no more. To me, you're crazy. To me, I'm going, dude, you're not his jokes used to be witty and intelligent, even though they were, a little raunchy and stuff like that. I mean, I'm like, okay, I could, it takes some intelligence to put together a good joke and it's funny. Even if it's simplistic, complex jokes. Usually comedians got decent IQs, but I don't care who you are. Whenever you get infected with TDS or EDS or whatever, It compromises everything, man. It makes you come across as so simple-minded and dumb to where you land on Hitler, Nazis. When you're landing on stuff like that to make your argument, you can have rocket science degrees all over the place, and you start telling me that, I'm going, you're compromised. I'm smarter than you, and I'm bad at math. I'm no full-blown comedian like that, but this guy right here, that's it. Nobody's going to laugh at that joke right there. You out here just running around talking about Elon Musk is a Nazi and this and that. It loses all the intellect, all the creativity. Liberals who make their arguments like that are not creative. That's why they use it. Yeah, they don't have the ability to make a argument to support their claims or to, kind of vocalize their disdain or their disagreement. So they just go ahead and default to Nazi. Hitler, white supremacists, all those things. So I hope this guy, at some point, get it together. He was funny back in the day. Now I can't listen to him. Currently, I got to go back to the old stuff. Burns me up. But hey, guys, let's keep chugging along. Chicka, 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 because the fun doesn't stop. Oh, yeah. Let's continue.
Congressman, why do you think Democrats are trying to shut down the government?
Oh, because it's digging into them. Because it's their money bag. It's because they don't want to get discovered. That's why they hate Elon. That's why they convince stupid people like Bill to go out there talking about some Bill Burr after talking about he's a Nazi.
Because I think they're trying to inflict as much pain in a political type situation, and that's very pitiful. And also, they want to shut down DOGE because it's getting very close to home, and they know it. They're getting calls from their big contributors saying, hey, man, we're getting this federal money, and y'all getting ready to cut it off. We're not going to be able to feed the trough, the campaign trough.
Oh, so no more kickbacks, no more circulation of funds. Now the Democrats got to stand on their own. You mean to tell me they got to raise their own money instead of using the taxpayers' dollars? That's what it is? You mean to tell me all of these AstroTurf NGOs and stuff that was being supported by us? Now all of a sudden they're going to have to shut their doors? That's what you're saying? And you're telling me as we start going down those rabbit holes, we'll find folks probably on both sides that voted for legislation to go ahead and start kicking money out to all of these crazy organizations that might be operated by their friend or their wife or their husband. Who knows? Somehow, though, everybody was getting paid by us, the taxpayers. Yeah, and the Democrats, they don't want that coming out. That's why they went from loving Elon to hating him. That's why Bill Burr's talking about he's a Nazi, because he's a dummy. That's why. See, he don't realize that, wait a minute, when did he become a Nazi? Pictures of him with Jews, all kind of clips. I watched a montage of Elon Musk's love. They always like, he's the Tony Starks of our time. This guy right here is, you know what, he's fabulous. He's the smartest man I've ever known. He's going to save the whole globe. So the whole globe, we love him. Now all of a sudden, Elon Musk he needs to go back to his country. We don't want those Africans over here. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Not the black ones or the other people, the people of color. The white ones. We don't want the white ones over here. That's what yeah, now all of a sudden they hate him. And I'm going, what? I wonder why. And people don't catch that. People aren't able to see that they did the same thing to Trump. They loved him until he ran against these same people that Elon Musk is exposing. Stop and think about it. Selah. Let's continue.
Good afternoon. Thank you for your assistance in clearing out our classified safes and personnel documents from the Ronald Reagan building. This event will take place all day. Shred as many documents as you can first and reserve the burn bags for when the shredder becomes unavailable for use or needs a break.
Well, that's a lot of shredding. Boy, this is the director over USAID. See, now we're starting to get to the bottom of it. Hey, why would you need to send that email out? Talking about somebody, look, man, we're going to burn this shredder up. We're going to put it to the max. We're going to see if it's worth this money. We're about to shred all kind of documents. And when it burns out, when it gets overheated, you know you're doing some shredding. Hurry up. Bring the next barrel in. You doing some serious shredding. When you say, look, when the shredder breaks down or when it burns out, can't go no more. Finally, like, wait a minute, no mas. I'm jammed up. I'm jammed up. Y'all been using me all day. Take the rest to burn it. USAID. Now wait a minute, y'all. I thought these places were like, giving out money to Ebola and working on cancer and stuff. Why do you need to burn that stuff? Anybody? Any thoughts on why that stuff needs to go through the shredder and be burned? And yet you got Democrats out there that they shouldn't shut this down. Unbelievable.
If you need to use the burn bags, do not overfill and ensure the burn bag can be closed with staples at the top. The only labeling required on the burn bags are the words secret and USAID.
Now, this sounds like a conspiracy that is true. I mean, my gut told me we had us a deep state who was operating on their own and using our tax dollars to fund all of this crap. And now all of a sudden, the leader of it is saying, burn that mess, hurry up. DOGE is coming. You don't hear big balls coming down the hall. Big balls is in the hall. Let's hurry up and burn this stuff before they find us. What? Man, we got us a show enough corrupt government right about now, and they are getting exposed. And the more they get exposed, the more Trump derangement and Elon derangement syndrome kicks in. They can't hide it no more, man. It's kind of like how they went crazy on Trump to try to stop him from becoming president. They knew he was so dangerous to what they stand for and what they were involved in, they no longer could even hide it. It was like, we don't care if we look very obvious when it comes down to all of this lawfare and everything. We don't care. We ain't got time to worry about that right now. We're in a dangerous situation. Right now, they don't care that they look very obvious, that they're trying to cover up a whole bunch of corruption, misplacing money, using money for things that shouldn't be used. It's very obvious, but yet you got dummies out there who just learned about USAID about a month and a half ago, and you're out there, I thought we gotta save it for some reason. What does it do again? What did what was the acronyms? USA, what? Anyway, whatever it is, the Democrats told us we have to save it. Unbelievable. And Elon Musk is threatening it. Send me back to Africa. Go back to where you came from, okay? We don't want your kind over here, you African. Let's continue, though.
In dark Sharpie, if possible. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Erica Y. Carr, Acting Executive Secretary of USAID.
Who needs to be brought in and questioned and investigated. Pam Bondi needs to go ahead and stick her finger right into the door like, come here. This email right here, what did you mean by this? Why were you trying to burn and shred files and documents, huh? What were you trying to hide? You made a confession. And these people, man, they're dumb. They never stop to think that there's probably going to be at least one mole that might forward that email to somebody, one whistleblower. Did she really think everybody on the staff was going to be that cautious? I mean, when you look at the best mobsters, I mean, when they come up with something, it's like 2 or 3 people in the world that knows what's going on here. It's like, all right, as it goes and filters down a little bit, and it ain't is secretive, it can broaden a little bit, but don't let nothing come up to me. Okay, only 2 or 1 person knows what I said. Therefore, if it come back to me, I know who said it, you or you. This person sends out a full-blown email to everybody. Liberals aren't too smart, are they? Full-blown email to everybody. Thank you, everybody, for cooperating. Let me see how many people I copied on the CC. Let's see, 1,400. Okay, good. Be careful, by the way, with this email. Don't let anybody read it or see it, okay? All right? And the big balls show up telling, I'm not giving authorization to you, this and this and that, because we're shredding stuff that could lock us up, okay? Oh, wait, did I just make a confession to me? Okay, there we go. That's better. That put us in jail. Wait, is that the same as lock us up? Never mind. You know what? It doesn't matter. Click, send. So I hope they all get brought in and asked about, why'd you have to burn all that stuff? What's up with the shredding, huh? Let's continue. Oh, yeah, because Uglyfoot, y'all. I've been waiting for this, y'all. Uglyfoot might be getting stepped on real soon. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Uglyfoot, I'm going to show you who she is, okay? For some reason, though, they've been sticking this Uglyfoot out there all over the place. Talking about Jasmine Ratchet. Ghetto superstar.
I'm just curious, just to better understand.
See, just give you an idea why Uglyfoot is about to get stumped on. She brought it on herself. Yeah, she wanted to be stuck out like that for everybody to see how ugly that foot is. Yeah, she wasn't afraid and ashamed of the corns on each toe. She wasn't afraid. She wasn't afraid of the fact that toenails are sliding off. Yeah, 3 or 4 of them are black. Okay, black. You don't want the black toenails and ain't no polish on them. Okay, they just black because they done died or something like that. You don't want them. Okay, all right. Shoot, none of the toes match. Ain't even. Look like somebody just took toes from 8 different people and just threw them together. That's how ugly this foot is, right there. I can't even get the sandal between the 2 toes because they so hammer timed. Wait a minute, just put them like this. Forget it, girl. Just put them like this and go out. There you go. Don't even put it between the toes. I can go on and on about ugly foot. So let's see, get a dose of ugly foot right here and why she's about to get challenged. Here we go.
Understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's a
Hold on.
part of
I'm trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to strike those
I had no idea what
words.
you just said.
Now you know it's bad. When Poodle up top, Jerry, right here, when he's over there, wait, not Jerry, whatever his name is, I forget his name, I was calling him Poodle up top. Yeah, when he over there laughing, okay, she came up with some type of joke to try to embarrass Marjorie Taylor Greene, and it backfired. So yeah, he's like, a what now?
We're not gonna do this. Like you guys earlier literally just
Unleash the ghetto. Unleash the ghetto. There it is. Let me go over to the ghetto. Just let me open it up. There it is. The ghetto's out. Here it comes.
Y'all did it first.
Voted to do
Y'all did it first. So you
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down. Calm down.
No, because this
I
is
would
what
like to
y'all
get
do.
through proceedings.
I'm trying to
Hey,
get
Miss
clarification.
Crockett, you're not
You don't
recognized.
want,
Miss
they-
I can't hear you with your
and
yelling.
You don't want me
Calm
to
down.
Be, no,
Can you please calm
don't
down?
tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk.
She's 100% ghetto superstar. That is what you are. Pure 100% uncut ghetto. That get is in the bone, man. In the bone. Yeah, we're laying the case of why she's gonna get her butt beat.
Always, and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Let's, Chairman, can we
come
send
and
her
talk
Settle
shit
down.
about her, y'all gonna have a problem.
Now see, she'd have been bad. She'd be like, look here, sister. Okay, all right, homie. Okay, look, you might want to calm down, girl. Yeah, then she'd have went crazier. I might have been okay. That might have been acceptable. In this case, let Marjorie Taylor Greene belittle her with all the stereotypes. Look here, homegirl. All right, you might want to chill, okay? All right, with those eyelashes. So let's continue though, because it doesn't stop there.
And Mr. Chairman, if you could tell Donald Trump anything tonight, what would you tell him?
I would tell him to grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe.
There you go. Putin's hoe. Yeah. Sitting congresswoman. There you go. So now here she is coming out like the Black Pink Panther, and she's about to say something. I didn't edit these clips, so I can't even be responsible for what might come out this trash can's mouth.
Unfortunately, we had an opportunity to have a woman lead this country, and I promise you she would have led us to the promised land. But instead, we got somebody that seems like he want to take us to hell and back again.
Are you kidding me? We've been to hell and back again with Biden. Got to be kidding me.
What is happening? Like, this is not America.
Exactly. I'm going, what is happening when we're watching a sitting congresswoman out there ghettoing out like this? Full-blown ghettoing out. She put the pedal to the metal for ghetto. There it is. She said, I'm putting a pedal to the metal for ghetto. I just made that up right there on the spot. Pedal to the metal for ghetto. Let's continue.
This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me up because I'm ready to get on with it. The fact that you just sat up there and somehow figured out how to tie trans folk to your argument makes no sense to me. But let me tell you something. Trans people ain't going nowhere. Just like when the racists wanted to make sure that black people somehow were going to be dismissed in this country. We ain't left either.
We ain't left either. That's right. The trans people, they got the same plight as us. She's in the Don Lemon category. There it is. Yeah, she don't even realize she's still on the plantation and they're using her for stuff just like this. Just like this. Yeah, they don't want Uglyfoot to really run for nothing serious because she will embarrass the whole Democrat Party more so than they already are. They know Uglyfoot will never, with this type of talk, language, and ugliness, yeah, she'll never go past where she's at right now. So she might as well be auditioning for some type of podcast after she gets out of Congress or something. It sounds like that's what these younger folks over on the Democrat Party, that's what they're all about. They're all about social media presence or something, But let's continue checking out Uglyfoot's work.
When you look at who's voting for who, the less educated folk, and when I say educated, I'm not even talking about formal education. I'm talking about people that literally don't want to read and enlighten themselves on facts. Those are the people that typically vote for the Republicans, and it's one of the reasons that we have to stop.
Yep, Don Lemon. She's on that Don Lemon stuff right there. You want another sip of Don Lemon? Oh, yes, please, fill it to the rim. Yeah, sounds like a drink to her. Don Lemon. Yes, excuse me, bartender. Give me some of that Don Lemon. You want some Don Lemon? You better go easy on that Don Lemon stuff. Tell you. But there she is, drinking that Don Lemon.
Writing in theses as Democrats, right? Like, we want to give you every single little detail that we can find so that you can have all the information.
Man, they give the least amount of details. Yeah, so we will give you the most, details you can find. You mean like all the details about Joe Biden and his cognitive decline? Those type of details, you mean? Are you kidding me? Boy, I tell you, that foot is getting uglier and uglier as we watch it.
But the reality is that the average person that is going out there and voting, they're not paying attention to that.
Who does Donald Trump work for?
Obviously, Elon and them.
Elon and them. Pedal to the metal for ghetto. So now, I showed y'all a clip the other day about her when she was first, running, and she was just so humble using the King's English. But once you get in, see, it's like that person that, he's everything, till you get married. And, next you know, it's going to be some changes immediately. As soon as y'all get to the honeymoon, now that we here, we need to have a talk. The crazy eyes, oh, shoot. So she got in, and now we find out, full-blown ghetto. Elon and them.
Working for us. Unfortunately.
You hear? Working for us.
We have someone that is occupying the White House, and as far as I'm concerned, he is an enemy to the United States. He swore an oath just like the rest of us. But right now, when you are literally putting us at risk, all because of what? Because you want to convince your followers that you should be a dictator too, that you should never leave the White House because you don't believe that elections should take place. I don't really understand what is going on, and I don't know what it's going to take to get people to wake up.
Wow. Not that. That's for sure. Not these stupid antics, this ghetto speech that you use. I mean, she don't even realize she's shackling herself for advancement. She's never going to get advancement. That you're not going any further than this when you're out there leaving all of these ghetto crumbs everywhere. I could find her by following the ghetto crumbs. I'm like, yum, ghetto crumbs. I see them all over the place. Here's another one. She's about to leave a whole pile right here.
We may not have the numbers just yet. That doesn't mean that we don't have fight left in our bodies. And so I am going to fight him every step of the way until we get what we deserve, because it was my ancestors that built this. Okay.
Wow. Right there, I might have overdosed on ghetto crumbs right there. That was too much. I mean, she's not even thinking. I guess she has no real aspirations of running for anything higher than where she's at right now. She's stuck. These things right here will follow her wherever she goes, except for a podcaster. That's it. Or just being a contributor on MSNBC. Because if what I hope happens to her, she's going to be on the train tracks with Don Lemon chasing people. That's what she's going to be. Let's continue.
I'm done now. It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime, which is why they're so frustrated, because they really want our local law enforcement to go out and round up people when they could be looking out for the murderers and the sexual abusers as well as the robbers. They want them to go and round people up.
One, don't you feel dumb? It's not, illegal to enter it's not a crime to enter the country illegally. So why do we even use the word illegally? What does that even imply? She's supposed to be a lawyer. I don't understand. You're going to use the term illegally and say it's not a crime. You know what? It's not a crime to enter a bank vault illegally. It's not a crime. All right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Until you actually steal the money and walk out, you know what I'm saying, and go back to your crib, it ain't a crime. All right? You just go in there, hang out, say I'm in here for a better life, sleep inside your vault and all that stuff. It ain't a crime to enter that bad boy illegally. I mean, she makes no sense with her powder blue Smurf outfit on. Let's continue.
On civil accusations.
Thank you.
Jasmine Crockett is more of a performer or an influencer. She's wholly ineffective as a legislator. She wasn't able to pass any laws when she...
Wait a minute. Y'all see this brother? This brother right here ain't like, yo, I'm saying, fools? Yeah, wait a minute. Oh, man, you know what, y'all? I think that I might have committed the ultimate sin and lost my bro teeth. Oh, man, no. Bro can't come out without the teeth. Oh, no. Where'd they go? Nala, did you eat my teeth? Did you eat the bro teeth? Huh? Did you eat them? Did you eat daddy's teeth? Yeah, well, I don't see them. All right, get out. Scram. Well, anyway, that's who might be able to run against her. But this guy's not bro. He ain't out here talking reckless. He ain't out here raising his... Listen how intelligent he sounds, y'all. And he's identifying Uglyfoot for what she is. Listen to this.
She was in the Texas State House, and we don't anticipate that she'll be able to have any effect while she's on Capitol Hill. And so, the people in my district are very hardworking people, a lot of small businesses and hardworking families, not a lot of people waiting around on a welfare check or a handout for the government. And I just think it's unfortunate that those people don't have any representation. We don't have anyone on Capitol Hill advocating for us and what we actually need, what could actually help our district. We just have this person up there that's spewing all this racist divisiveness, and she is hell-bent on tearing our country down.
Boy, I'm loving him. Who is this brother? Y'all hear that? He's out here calling Uglyfoot out. Now, can you imagine her and him sitting up there debating together? Oh, yeah. So let's finish hearing more about this brother, because Uglyfoot might have a challenger.
And so somebody has to stand up to that. And God bless me with the ability to do the job. And so I feel the responsibility to act right now.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now? I love it. Every time I hear that, what now? Yeah, so you see this chick right here. And then, of course,
business, obviously, I own my own law firm.
Look at this, y'all.
Accusations.
I am a candidate for TX30's congressional district.
So his name is, let's see. I got to see it from this. Hold on. Wait. Got to read backwards. Darn it. Wait a minute. My phone died. I can't see it backwards. Let's see. What is his name? I got to get the name, y'all. All right. His name is... Y'all can see it. I can't even see it. What is that? Shon. Is that a D? Shon. Anyway, it is what it is. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Shon Daniels. Shon, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Shon. But anyway, all I know is he's a Republican. Watch this. Y'all ready? Yeah, people asking, is he a Republican? Is he a MAGA? Well, listen to him. Check it out.
Challenging Jasmine Crockett in the 2026 midterm. And, I'm an attorney. I own a business. Obviously, I own my own law firm. I'm a dad and I'm a husband. I'm a veteran. And I'm just somebody that cares about the community. And I just can't sit around while people are trying to tear our country down. Becoming a dad and just concerned for my daughter.
About what?
And when the issue surrounding biological males being allowed in restrooms and locker rooms and in girls' private spaces. And then
wait a minute, we just heard Uglyfoot say, you know what, transgenders ain't going nowhere, okay? Just like black people, y'all tried to make us go somewhere. We just heard Shanae, the real live Shanae, get up there and defend this nonsense. But listen to this brother.
Biological males competing against girls in sports. That's when it hit home for me. I have a 5-year-old daughter who loves to play sports. I fully anticipate she's going to be an athlete. And I just want to pave a way for her to make sure that she's safe, and that covers all other little girls in America. Jasmine Crockett is more of a performer or an influencer. She's wholly ineffective as a legislator. She wasn't able to pass any laws when she was in the Texas State House, and we don't anticipate that she'll be able to have any effect while she's on Capitol Hill. You know, to be a member of the U.S. House of Representatives is one of the most prestigious honors and privileges that could be bestowed on any of us.
What about it?
And she treats it like it is a given. She takes it for granted. And every opportunity she takes, she just denigrates our country and our president. And as a veteran and as somebody who actually loves America, I can't sit around and do nothing. So I'm going to fight back. We are fighting back, and we are going to win.
Yeah. Do it. Uglyfoot shouldn't stand a chance. She shouldn't stand a chance. But wait, you think he done? You think he done stepping on that ugly foot? Nah, right now he is stepping on that ugly foot. Shouldn't have stuck it out there. Yeah, people wasn't paying attention to it. But for some reason they decide stick it out there. It's so cute, ain't it? Now, he done caught wind of the ugly foot. And he's like, I'm gonna step all on that sucker. Here we go. Listen to this.
Yeah, it's her sycophants for sure. But she grows more and more unpopular in our district every single day. You know, the thing about TX30 is it's way more diverse and way more conservative than everyone thinks. And people are chomping at the bit to have an election because they cannot wait to see this girl replaced by Shon Daniels. On day one, I'm
gonna celebrate if this chick get beat by this guy. Right now, I mean, like I said, so far it sounds good. I mean, and who knows if I hope they put some money and backing behind him. She needs to be challenged. She's in Texas too. Let's finish hearing his pitch to us, y'all.
Bring professionalism and decorum back to the office and respect for the office.
What? No cussing? You ain't gonna get out there and do that? You ain't gonna be out there like, what is going on? What is going on? My people built this MFR. You ain't gonna be doing that? What? You got to be kidding me, brother.
And I'm going to focus on lowering taxes so that we can bring down the cost of living for Americans. We're going to focus on securing the border and supporting our president and his policy.
Where's Uglyfoot? Go get her. Go get her. I hope she's watching this. All right. Yeah, supporting our president, securing the border. What else, brother?
Policy of keeping the border secure so that we can ensure safer communities here in TX30. We are also going to focus on providing some support for small businesses and make sure that they get to keep more of the money that they earn in their pockets so that they can invest and hire more people.
That's a good idea, Don. I might have to reach out to this brother and ask him to be a guest on my show. I'm liking what I'm hearing. I got to get some more info on him. Yeah, let's continue. Here we go.
And then we're obviously going to focus on all the new revelations that are coming out with the DOGE effort to uncover the government waste, fraud, and abuse. And we're going to try to hold whoever is responsible for that accountable. There was a study that came out from the congressional.
Look at this. You mean to tell me this was sitting right there in her district unused? It seems like a diamond right there in the middle of her district. Now, I hope she's getting wind of this. Yeah. Primary the heck out of her. Elon, if you're listening, put all your chips. Support this brother. Dethroning her, but he ain't done with her yet.
Management Foundation that found that 90% of voters want their representatives to be focused on policy and not social media, essentially on doing the job and not grandstanding for the cameras.
Yes!
And that translates over into TX30. People want a representative in 2025 that's going to provide tangible and effective change that they can see in their community. Gone are the days where we just elect someone out of TX30 and set it and forget it, and we don't hear about them again until they're getting ready to retire. Called the president.
Look at that. And then he addresses her, getting up there calling the president of the United States a traitor.
Of the United States an enemy to this country. Why?
because he did what any strong leader would do. He demanded respect for the office and for the American people. So let's get one thing straight. President Trump didn't kick out Zelensky just to make a scene. He set a precedent. If you come to our house, our White House, you don't show up with demands. You show up with diplomacy. No more blank checks. No more begging. No more business as usual where American taxpayers foot the bill while foreign leaders call all the shots. The fact that Jasmine Crockett is more offended by this than she is by billions of our tax dollars disappearing overseas tells you everything that you need to know about her priorities. She's not standing up for TX30. She's standing up for that same corrupt globalist agenda that's been draining this country and these people dry. If I were in Congress today, here's what I'd be focused on.
Go ahead, tell us, brother. Because right now, I'm liking what I'm hearing, y'all. Ugly Foot might be in trouble. Oh, she's going to be too ghetto to handle this right here. Go ahead, dog. Finish it out right here.
Getting answers on where our money is going.
Hey, Sheena's back. Welcome back. I asked about you a couple days ago. Conor McGregor. I forgot you're in Ireland. Yeah, I hope Conor goes over there and changes some things up. All right, so this guy's about to go ahead and hit us with a dismount.
Demanding accountability and making sure that American interests come first every single time. This is the time for nationalism. Jasmine would rather virtue signal on Twitter than actually do her job. She'd rather go on TV and talk than do her job. So no, our president is not an enemy to the country.
Yes.
The real threat is weak leadership, reckless spending, politicians that put foreign governments like Mexico, Canada, Ukraine ahead of the interest of the American
Where's
people.
the voting booth?
TX30 deserves better. America deserves better.
Yes.
Let's bring some common sense to Washington in 2026. I'm Shon Daniels. I'm the candidate who's going to take Jasmine Crockett out of Congress and send her back to the beauty salon where she belongs.
Oh, the beauty salon where she belongs. Yes. Shon Daniels. I'm trying to get him on the show. Got to do it. Yeah, because he's trying to step on that ugly foot and I'm loving it. Yep, send her butt back there with her long nails. Uh-huh. Yeah, can't pick up nothing because they too long. Got to scoop it. Stuff like that. Her big fat weave, she can't scratch her head, so she got to pat it. Got to pat it. There you go, because she can't scratch it because the whole thing moves. The whole thing moves, see? So you just got to pat it. Yeah, that right there. And send her butt back with those long behind eyelashes, those snuffleupagus. There you go. That brother sound like he's the truth.
Jasmine Crockett is for they, them. Shon Daniels is for you.
There you go, man. Woo! Wee. Well, guys, unfortunately, Jasmine Ratchet is really a young version of Mad Max in training. And if she continues the path she's going, she's going to end up just like what we're about to see. One of the worst things I've ever heard. Mad Max has finally gone mad, y'all. Yeah, this is too far. She's gone too far.
Okay, over the last few days, we did not like this. A ton of anti-Trump chaos agents storming buildings and violently damaging Teslas.
Look at this. Look at this. This is how dumb liberals are. This is how brainwashed they are. This guy's Jewish. And this fool sprays a swastika on his, on his Tesla. I mean, it's fascinating how stupid these people are. And then they don't care about going to jail. And see, back in the day when we didn't know all these NGOs was bailing them out and all of this stuff, they ain't worry about that. They better be careful now. See, it's a new sheriff in town. See, but this fool out here swastika in a Jewish man's car. Yep.
Senior advisor to President Trump, Elon Musk, says he's received death threats because he wants to downsize the federal government. But according to California Democrat Maxine Waters, President Trump is the one who wants to incite violence and start a war. Here she is.
I'm worried that Trump is on the edge of...
Now you see that fish mouth open wide up. I'm worried. Can you say words without opening your mouth fully? I'm worried that President Trump, geez, oh man. So let's go ahead and throw a couple maggots down that big bass mouth and get her out of there too. So let's see what she's worried about. Because President Trump...
of creating a civil war. He alluded to it more than once. He alluded to the fact that if he did not get reelected, that there could be a civil war. What does Trump expect? Oh, I believe he expects violence.
Now, see, she is 80 years of evil. This is 80 years of pure, uncut evil. Now, Bassmouth got the nerve to come out and subliminally plant the thought that Trump is pushing for a civil war. She knows exactly what she's doing. Yeah. So here she is talking about I'm worried that Trump is pushing for a civil war. However, watch how she tries to get herself off the hook for spreading this type of nasty vitriol. Like Trump, why would he need a civil war right now? His poll numbers are up. More folks in the country voted for him. He won the White House. He won the chambers. Everything is going great for the most part, except some stupid judges. But this woman got the nerve to drop that thought out there, but yet not back it up. How in the world is he pushing for a civil war?
I believe he expects confrontation. I believe he's working toward a civil war.
You know what? I'm just so over it. That's so played from her.
Me
too. After George Floyd's murder, she would say, get up in their face. I don't even understand it anymore. What is she talking about?
Maxine Waters is urging Democrats to hit the streets and fight back against Trump. But her remarks have MAGA accusing her of fomenting violence.
Absolutely. She's fomenting violence. To even bring that up as a thought. What supporting evidence do you have? See, this is the problem. And then you get people like this to come out and try to make an excuse for her. So wait, let me get this straight. This is the same lady who, before Trump won, was like, I want to open up an investigation about those militia up in the back hills somewhere that are training, and we need to find out what cities they're going to attack. So now Trump won, blew that whole narrative up. But she still, for some reason, is dropping the subliminal message out there that Trump is pushing for a civil war. Therefore, when you get dummies that are out there spray painting swastikas and shooting up Tesla stores and burning up cars and, committing violence and stuff like that, like the left always does, yeah, she's going to sit back and say, well, look, I warned them all. Trump's pushing for a civil war. Now, do you understand, if you are a simpleton like these people who are doing the bidding of the Democrat Party and somebody tell you Trump is pushing for a civil war, you got to stop that. You got to do something to make sure it don't happen, right? So pretty much anything goes. A civil war. All of us conservatives are calm, cool, and collective. We're all sitting back going, we ain't starting no civil war. We won. Things are going great. Only way a civil war will start is people like her keep pushing people and encouraging people to do something crazy. And even then, a civil war won't start because we won. We won. Now, you might get a couple individuals that catch a couple knocks on their head for doing stupid stuff like we've been watching. But a civil war, this is fascinating that this woman right now is even allowed to be in Congress, spreading this type of venom.
Listen, I'm worried that Trump is on the edge of creating a civil war.
Why?
He alluded to it more than once.
Why?
He alluded to the fact that if he did not get reelected, that there could be a civil war. Now?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. This will be the same person that'd be like, Trump lies all the time, all the lies he says. And nobody will ask her, where'd you get the intel from the militia up there in the back hill somewhere? Where'd you get that intel from? When they asked her that, she bounced. If anybody asked her right now, hey, what makes you think he's pushing for a civil war? The man won. The people love him. Yeah, his numbers are up. Yeah, you don't see us running around committing acts of violence. The folks that would fight the Civil War would be us and the military if they sided with Trump. But there's no reason. Like, y'all squad right now don't even have the intellect, the physical capability, none of that. The emotional capability of even starting anything close to a civil war. Local police could take care of the left crazy folks that's out there doing this stuff. And she's talking about, I'm worried that Trump is pushing for a civil war.
This president is putting us in a position where hungry people are going to be on the street, where nonprofits who were waiting for their checks.
They were on the streets under you guys. That's the funny part about it. The Democrats had all kind of hungry folks on the streets. But guess who wasn't hungry? Those precious illegal immigrants, y'all. Yeah, dog. Yeah, y'all. They's my dogs. They made sure they had all that yummy to my tummy. What? Oh, you don't like it? No, don't like it. I don't eat no fried chicken. I don't like no waffles. Where I'm from, we have burritos and things like that. Well, all right, yeah, we want you to be happy. Here's a card from now on. You can just go get your own food. Is that okay with you? I guess, man, give me the card. I'll see. But if I don't like it, I'm coming back. Okay, we don't want no trouble. I hope you enjoy your meal. Okay? Adios. Yeah, they were all loving it. They were having a great time. So now let's continue to see this liar.
Are not going to get him. When that happens, what does Trump expect? Oh, I believe he expects violence.
Why? So wait, he expects violence from the people who you claim are not getting their checks and the people who are starving? That's violence? If you're starving, aren't you a little too weak to be out there fighting? If you ain't getting your checks, you should be at home working. Something like that, finding a way to get money. People without money and people without checks, they're like, oh, well, you know what? I can't buy bullets, so I can't. I got to try to make sure I got something from a crib. Unless they were being financed by some people. But that money train's coming to an end too. But here she is, promoting it, encouraging it indirectly, and then going to try to pretend like now she's the voice of peace and reason.
I believe he expects confrontation. I believe he's working toward a civil war. We're not going to get goaded. We're not going to get...
As she tries to goad them into violence. That's what she's doing right now. We're not going to get goaded by him. You're going to get goaded by me. Mad Max. I've finally gone mad.
Tricked into that. We're going to continue to do our work.
So that has some on the MAGA wing of the country.
Yeah, she's trying to process it of how am I going to not make Mad Max look as crazy as she is? How am I going to pretend that we have the moral high ground when it comes down to violence and all the attacks and the rhetoric? How am I going to do that when this woman just got out there and brought up civil war?
Pretty upset, but I don't know, it seems to me pretty clear at the end there. She said, we're not going to go into that territory.
Pretty clear to me that she said we're not going to go into that territory after accusing Trump of wanting a civil war. Man, I tell you, CNN is trash.
Why bring it up?
Thank you, Scott. Why bring it up? No reason in the world for you to bring up civil war unless you want to plant the seed of a civil war. That's like me saying, hey, man, you know what? Richard down the street, man, got a feeling, man, this dude is going straight go in your mouth as soon as he see you. My gut tell me this dude want a piece of you, dog. But hey, man, don't fall for it though, man. For real though. Don't let this dude mess around, man, and drag you into something. Don't stoop down to his level. But man, for real, I think he, as soon as he see you, man, he might straight go thumping on you, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, but yeah, keep your level head, man. Keep your level head. What did you just do? You basically told him, when you see that guy, go in his mouth. That guy right there hates you. He wants a piece of you. Okay? And then gonna try to go ahead and say, but hey, look, I'm telling you to be cool, man. I'm just here to give you the warning. That's exactly what she just did. She went out there and told every stupid, crazy person, Trump wants civil war, so give it to him. That's what she's saying. Give it to him. Because he's trying to take your money, trying to take your food. I mean, if you ain't got that stuff, you got to fight. You got to fight. But don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
She's hardly the first Democrat to bring it up. Hakeem Jeffries said earlier this year, we're going to fight in the streets. On a press.
Watch him try to defend that.
Other members of the Democratic conference have continuously alluded to violence because they're so angry about the.
I think it's unfair to say that they're alluding to violence. When Jeffries was saying that, he was talking about going to the streets in protest,
he said
which
fight
is
in the streets.
Said fight in the streets. Now you see Abby, sell out Abby. So now let me get this straight. Trump says go over and let your voices peacefully be heard for J6. And we've been hearing for 3 years now. Trump encouraged the insurrection, told those people to go over there and commit violent acts. Yeah, but I don't think that they meant fight in the streets and stuff. Yeah, Trump meant it though. Don't forget the bloodbath. The bloodbath. So now I got to go ahead and show Abby, of course, how funky she is trying to defend Mad Max and all of this stuff.
It's a political fight.
That's clearly not the context that he said.
But if Trump uses the word fight, everyone loses
I
their
want to
minds.
remind you both that only when there's actual fighting that occurs.
Oh, only when it's actual fighting that occurs. Like we watched the left for summers, years, fighting, burning stuff, attacking people out there like itchy and scratchy. We fight, we fight, we fight, we fight, we fight. Fight, 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 fight. The Raggedy Democrat show. But here she is now, but only if they're fighting, if they're real fighting and stuff. Burning down Teslas and shooting buildings up and stuff like that doesn't count, though.
Because he's even predicting a bloodbath. What is that?
Oh, shoot. Y'all remember Nasty Pelosi before she broke her hip? That's right. This was nasty when she was in full nastiness. Now she's semi-nasty because she can barely walk. However, maybe a little more medicine might help. Oh, yes. It's still good, nasty. It's still good. Now, back to Trump and his bloodbath or something of that nature. Listen to Nasty with that monkey paw.
He's going to exact a bloodbath?
Exactly.
There's something wrong here. How respectful I am of the American people and their goodness. But how much more do they have?
You gotta love Nasty. Wait a minute. Did you see her put all of that energy into that little monkey paw? Watch this.
Something wrong
here. Here comes.
How respectful I am of the American people and their goodness.
Yes, it is. And their goodness. She's shaking that monkey paw at you like, and their goodness. Boy, I tell you, man, let's finish hearing about their goodness.
But how much more do they have to see from him to understand that this isn't what our country is about? Praising Hitler, praising Russia.
I just don't agree.
Now, you see that? Nobody checked her. Nobody had to step in and say, what are you, whoa. Are you suggesting this man is really wanting a bloodbath? A real physical bloodbath? Everybody jump in. It's a bloodbath. Come on, we're all doing it. Everybody's in. So now, this is when Abby had to confess that, yeah, they're trying to pretend that Trump physically meant a bloodbath. She had to confess.
I mean, the underpinning of her campaign, she repeats it herself. Trump will be a dictator on day one. This country fights dictators. That's what our history is. We fight dictators.
Didn't he say that?
He'll be a dictator. There'll be a bloodbath. There'll be a bloodbath.
That there would be a bloodbath.
He wants to turn.
Who said that there'd be a bloodbath? Who said that? Unbelievable, man.
The U.S. Constitution.
She didn't say that there would be.
The first thing she said, which was true, and the second thing
It is said by every Democrat working for or around her campaign every day on this network and every other one.
Yeah.
The bloodbath thing is stated every single.
And you see that guy right there with that cloud that done came down and rested right on that fat head of his? You see that guy? With that motorcycle wind blowing hair right there? That guy right there. So there he is, no neck, big box suit, wearing cotton ball on top of the head, bunny in the bush, Professor Clump trying to slide something in, and he knows. What the? Nala. See, you always meddling with stuff. You always met. You know what? Now you're gonna make me get the clockers. Go on now. Where you at? You gonna get now? Go on now. You should see her, y'all. She thought her life was in danger. Yeah. Gotta go ahead and put the poker face on. Now somebody else wants to come up here like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Yes. Mr. Bond. Mr. Bond. Don't come into... Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you see the eyes. Yeah, now get out. Okay. Now, let's finish with Bunny in the Bush. Here we go.
Okay, let me
But
just,
my
just
point
to clear,
is,
just to clear
dictator,
this up.
bloodbath, eliminate Constitution.
Hold on.
What do you
Let's
think that
just
does?
clear this up.
Hold on,
You're
let's-
referring to Trump's use of the word bloodbath when he was talking.
And what was he talking about?
I'm going to explain it
Yeah,
to people
tell
because I
us,
think there's
Abby.
confusion about this. Use of the word bloodbath when he was talking about, vehicle manufacturing jobs in the United States. Vice President Harris improperly and unfairly mischaracterized that as him saying there would be a bloodbath if he were elected. However, she did not say that if Trump were elected, there would be a bloodbath. She did not say that.
Yeah, but indirectly, that's what she said. See, this is the mental gymnastics they got to pull. So she didn't say, she just implied that he meant it. There it is. She implied that he meant it. Unbelievable. So there you have it. They are still trying to make excuses for all of those mostly peaceful protests, and Mad Max out there telling everybody that it's a civil war on the way. Unbelievable. But I tell you what, though, if these courts don't stop acting a fool, and of course the deep state don't go quietly into the night, who knows? It might have to get a little rough around the edges, but not a civil war. Not like that. And I think it'll be handled by the DOJ currently and the authorities. So I don't know what they're talking about. However, look at this, y'all. Look at this. Pardon me. Oh, yeah. Pardon me, pardons. Oh, yeah. That right now it's like a pardon me, pardon. Okay. I'm here to pardon the pardons. Okay. Pardon me. Out of the way, pardons. Here we go. Because look at this, y'all.
Those executive orders, those pardons from the former president now null and void? Well, I think so. It's not my decision. That'll be up to a court. But I would say that they're null and void because I'm sure Biden didn't have any idea that it was taking place. And somebody was using an auto pen to sign off and to give pardons to, as an example, just one example, but the J6 Unselect Committee. Think of it, they gave pardons with an auto pen. I don't think Biden knew anything about it.
No, he didn't.
And what they did is they deleted and destroyed all of the information that took them over a year to get.
President Trump.
Wow. So let me get this straight. Let me clear my throat. Yeah, man. So Trump went ahead and said, I'm going to pull their card. I think those pardons were garbage. Now, I too think those pardons were garbage. First of all, they were pardoned because they're all corrupt. That's the first thing. Secondly, of course, Creepy is out of his mind. But thirdly, 8,000 pardons. Now think about this. Do you think that guy with that old nasty rigor mortis hand would have individually signed 8,000 pardons? Do you think that rigor hand right there, that rigor hand, do you think that man right there would have read through all of those pardons? You think if they stacked a big stack of people, all right, I need you to go through and see if all of these pardons right here are legit, you think that man's capable of that? Nope, not at all. So now here's the argument that Trump is making.
Trump made the argument that all of Joe Biden's presidential pardons are, in fact, null and void because of the Democrats' use of an auto pen, a machine that perfectly emulates Joe Biden's presidential signature. That's right, folks. This is massive. The pardons that Sleepy Joe Biden gave to the Unselect Committee of political thugs and many others are hereby declared void, vacant, and of no further force or effect because of the fact that they were done using an auto pen.
Auto pen.
In other words, Joe Biden did not sign them, but more importantly, he did not know anything about them. The necessary pardoning documents were not explained to or approved by Joe Biden. He knew nothing about them.
All they need is one witness to say, yeah, I was there. Joe didn't read not one of these pardons. One witness, sweat one person. That's it. To be like, yeah, we ran all of those pardons. Like, who in the world came up with the list? That's the question. Not just the list of folks that we already know was corrupt, but all those other thousands of people that he just pardoned. You think Joe got the time, the energy, and the mental capacity to read through all of those pardons? So, yeah, them bad boys were just thrown out there and said, don't worry about it, Joe. They probably asked him generally, do you give us consent to go ahead and sign your name to all of these pardons? What? No, I don't know anything about a partner. Not a partner, a pardon. I don't have a partner. I work alone. Joey works alone. Oh, God. A partner. You know what? Now you got me saying a pardon. Oh, yeah, pardon you. You're fine. You're excused. Go. No, never mind, Joe. We're just going to go ahead and sign your name to all of these. Absolutely. And the machine went to work. Boy, and I guarantee you, they all knew that they were getting these pardons. Joe probably had nothing to do with that. They probably came in themselves. All right, open the door. All right, y'all got me, right? Y'all put me down on one. Oh, we got you. We got you. Because Joe is not the mastermind behind any of that stuff that took place. So let's continue.
And the people that did may have committed a crime. Therefore, those on the Unselect Committee who destroyed and deleted all evidence obtained during their 2-year witch hunt of me and many other innocent people should fully understand that they are subject to investigation at the highest level.
And that's what they don't like. That's why they needed those parts. And Trump is like, I'm going to work around it and get y'all butts one way or another. One way or another. See, y'all think y'all going to skirt free. That means Fauci, ooh, he will be free game. Milli Vanilli. Oh, yeah. They ain't going Adam Schiff, but he's getting out ahead of it. Oh, Adam Schiff. Woo, Shifty Schiff. All of them. Boy, I tell you, I like to see all them dominoes fall. Liz Cheney. Trump ain't playing, and he's letting them know I ain't playing just by what I just announced. So, yeah, and you know how you can prove it? Just bring Joe in and start just reading some random names. Do you remember pardoning this person? Yeah, wait, which one is that? Liz Cheney. Who is that? Who's Liz Cheney? Okay, never mind. What about Adam Schiff? What? My Corvette's a stick shift. No. Did you pardon Adam Schiff? Did he fart? No, he didn't fart. Look. Anyway, did you pardon him? Don't know. There you go. That's all you got to do. Ask this dude a couple names and see what happens.
The fact is, they were probably responsible for the documents that were signed on their behalf without the knowledge or consent of the worst president in the history of our country, crooked Joe Biden.
Reacting to this news today, Kinzinger said that in his view, Trump is quote unquote obsessed.
Now watch this over the top response to this. Lets you know he's worried. He's the boxer that got punched in the face and it hurt. But he laughs and smiles like, yeah, you ain't doing nothing. Knowing he is dizzy as heck. So watch Adam Schiff, the weakest, softest crying man in the world. But now he gonna come out and try to act tough.
With him, and he said, bring it on. Here's Kinzinger.
Listen, this dude knows, he knows that this is like the thing that embarrasses him. He won't admit it embarrasses him because he's trying to like pretend like he didn't do anything. He's obsessed. He's more obsessed with like me and Liz Cheney than his freaking golf score.
See, over the top. He's worried. That's over the top. He knows. He's trying. No, he knows that you guys tried to set him up and it was corrupt and evil. That's what he knows. He knows that justice needs to apply to you guys so you can restore some faith in the institutions. And you know that you guys jerry-rigged that whole thing. And that's why you on here trying to get ahead of it. Trying to make it seem like Trump is just jocking you. You think he care about you? If you were not corrupt, he wouldn't be thinking about you. Dang on it. You're a bottom feeder. This guy right here is a bottom feeder. Fact, he had to turn coat and go with the Democrats and jump on that sorry behind committee just to go after Trump. Let you know what he's about.
Hey, Trump, bring it on, dude.
Bring it then. Yes, bring it. You hear that? Bring it on, dude. Is the camera over? Yeah. The crowd will start soon. Trust me.
You weak, whiny, tiny man.
Bad juju. Look at that. You see that? All of those Joseph Robinettes just came together perfectly like that. Now, either he is the best cursive signature writer in the world, or that machine was working overtime like those shredders over at USAID until it burnt out. The machine's like, whew, can I start over tomorrow? I'm running out of ink. Look at that. All of those just matched perfectly.
Long story short, they finally relented. They invited me to the White House. I show up and I realize it's actually an ambush because it's not just me and the president. It's also Kamala Harris, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem, the CIA director, everybody.
All of those people? So wait, Mikey, you telling me that you was trying to get a meeting with the president and they wouldn't let you see him for long, and then you put the pressure on him and they finally did, but then he had his surrounding cast around him to make sure he didn't go off the rails? Then what happened? Because remember, guys, Joseph Robinette is in his sound mind and stuff to sign all of those pardons and read through them carefully and sign his name individually and all of that stuff. Yeah, there it is. That guy. The guy that couldn't stand trial because he wasn't in his right mind, but yet he was able to sign roughly 8,000 pardons, including that corrupt committee. And I think Trump might have a case, and they are praying to God that he doesn't.
And then, so I walked in the Oval and, I know what this is. They're going to hotbox the speaker on Ukraine funding. That's what it was. This is probably the third week of January. We sit down, we're in the midst of it, and the whole conversation, and I'm going, we don't need to have this conversation. The president reaches over just like this. We're sitting right next to the fireplace in the Oval, and he grabs my arm and he says, the speaker and I just need a couple minutes together. Will y'all just leave us alone? And I looked up on the faces of some of the staff. And they're like, oh, no, he did it. So he called it. He's the commander-in-chief. So everybody leaves, and he and I are standing awkwardly in the middle.
Ooh, so Joe, by doing that, y'all, gave us a witness. A witness that Joe is not in his right mind. Thank you, Joseph Robinette. So then what happened? Tell us the other stuff.
The office right over the rug by that coffee table. And I said, Mr. President, thanks for the moment. I got some big national security things I need to talk to you about that I heard and I think you know, and what do we do? But first, real quickly, Mr. President, can I ask you a question?
No!
I cannot answer this from my constituents in Louisiana. Sir, why did you pause LNG exports to Europe? I don't understand, liquefied natural gas is in great demand by our allies. Why would you do that? Because you understand, we just talked about Ukraine. You understand you're fueling Vladimir Putin's war machine because they got to get their gas from him, And he looks at me, stunned with this, and he said, I didn't do that. And I said,
I don't take LSD. What? Oh, LTD. That was a nice car back in the day. I used to own an LTD. It was a quarter deuce. And, what are you talking about again? So Joe has no idea what he's talking about, but yet he was able to sign all those pardons.
I said, Mr. President, yes, you did. It was an executive order 3 weeks ago. And he goes, no, I didn't do that. And he's arguing with me. I said, Mr. President, respectfully, could I go out here and ask your secretary to print it out? We'll read it together. You definitely did that. And he goes, oh, you talk about natural gas. Yes, sir. He said, no, you misunderstand. He said, what I did is I signed this thing we're gonna conduct a study on the effects of LNG. I said, no, you're not, sir. You paused it. I know. I have the export terminals in my state. I talked to those people this morning.
So they've been abusing Joseph Robinette by just saying, just put your fingerprint on. Never mind. Let's get the machine. The machine will sign it. We'll just ask you, is it okay for doing whatever? Giving you no details, because we know you can't ask. You think Joe was able to say, well, wait, before I do that, I need more details about that. What did this person do? Why should I pardon them? What number is this? Don't you think this is a lot of people to pardon? My fingers are cramping up. I'm writing all of these up. No, you think Joe went through all of that? Nope.
This is doing massive damage to our economy, national security. It occurred to me, Barry, he was not lying to me. He genuinely did not know what he had signed. And I walked into that meeting with fear and loathing because I thought, we're in serious trouble. Who is running the country? I don't know who put the paper in front of him, but he didn't know.
Well. Looks like we got us a witness. And don't forget the forget his name, that report. Now that we're in power, I'm wondering if they're going to release the audio. That audio of Joe Biden during that meeting. That would be beautiful. Release that audio and hear Joe talking about wait, when did Bo die? I can't remember when I was the vice president. And you know what? The chocolate chip. And Uncle Finnegan. Let all of the people hear that and then say, now, do you think this man? You think this man was, able to read through those documents and make a proper decision? Or did the people that were in trouble say, put my name on the list, please? We got ya. We'll just tell Joe we're doing it, and he'll just say, okay, I trust you guys. And then we'll use the machine. And if Trump pulls this off, y'all, oh, heads are going to roll. See, here's how you know. He wouldn't even go to the trouble of, wiping away these pardons if he didn't plan on unleashing hell on these people. Why go through the trouble? He's like, nah, we want to get those pardons released because then I can say, Pam, and of course, what's his name? Cash, you know what to do. And boy, I tell you, I want them to jump all over them like a spider monkey. And they know it. And that's why Adam Singliger is coming out there trying to pretend he's a tough guy. I mean, come on. I mean, shoot, I ain't scared or nothing. I mean, I might be a little scared, but not like all the way scared. You know what I'm saying? I a little bit. I'm just kind of startled, not scared, though. So what's up? Not right now, what's up? I mean, I'm talking about like, what's up? How you doing? What's up? That's what they're doing. So we'll see what happens. So God bless y'all. God bless America. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I plan on being here all week long, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to be starting me a new job at the end of the month. And, yeah, I'm going to be back to my old vampire hours. Somebody said, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, and I want to thank Mary for sending me a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful blessing in the mail. Thank you so much. I tell you, man, it couldn't have came at a better time. Couldn't have came at a better time, y'all. So we'll see. All right. Somebody said, Kev, you're hilarious. Thank you. Yeah. I'll be sitting there busting myself up sometime because it's all unscripted. All unscripted. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yep. Yep. Now I guess, see, Gizmo done taught Nala when my show ends. So come here. Come here, Nala. Yeah, let the people see you too. I tell shh. Got a burper. I got a burper. Shh. There you go. Got to burp you. Relax. Jeez. Oh, man. You act like I'm about to throw you some. Here, let's let the people see your eyes. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they beautiful? Those beautiful little black eyes. Boy, I tell you, I'm kind of scared to let Gizmo get hold of her, though. Because if they mess around and have some babies, oh, thank you so much, Mousy. They mess around and have some puppies. I don't know what they're going to look like. I don't want no ugly puppies. Y'all will be like, can I see the puppies? No. I'm not going to be one of those parents that don't realize they're not self-aware that they got an ugly baby. Always sticking the baby out there like ugly foot. Ain't my baby cute? Making you have to lie to them. Oh, look. Yeah, I mean, it's a baby. It's a baby. Look at that. It's breathing. Wow, it's good that it's moving. It's good that it's moving. Nope, I'll be that parent like, no, you don't want to see it. The baby's ugly. Same thing if y'all have puppies and they're ugly. I'd be like, no, y'all can't see them. Can we see the puppies? No, they're all ugly. You ain't going to give me no ugly puppies, are you, Nala? All right, you can go now. All right, God bless y'all. God bless America. We'll see y'all. Don't forget, hit the like button on your way out. Thanks to all those who gave in the super chat. Follow me on all the other social media platforms. And let's bounce. I know you see the way we tear up the place. Yeah. Take care.